Skinny Hard Away 70 back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor as y'all roll in. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Stephen L. the Mac, what's good, Stephen L? I'm about to get you right, Stephen L. I'm about to bring my camera. About to get y'all right. I'm about to get you right, Stephen L. What's good? Big text. Appreciate slide through this. Good big text. Appreciate you sliding through. If y'all could, as y'all roll in, hit that thumbs up. Let's help keep the likes with the views. We here for a good and a long time this morning. But before we get rolling, I want to say what's up to everybody in the building. I got 6 people watching. I got 5 likes. That means one of y'all ain't hit that thumbs up for your boy yet. Can I get everybody to hit that thumbs up for your boy? Come back too bad. What's good? Come back. What's good? Come back. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Come back. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. We gonna have us a boxing conversation real quick this morning. Ray Book, not real quick, but we gonna have us a boxing conversation real quick. I say real quick again, huh? Y'all know what I mean. We finna have us a boxing conversation. I wanna rap about, the news they just broke. This story they just broke coming out of Dallas. You know what I mean? This news is coming from Dallas this time, right? It's coming from the Dallas news. It's not coming from Terrence Crawford's camp or Terrence Crawford's side. This is coming. This news is coming out of Texas, right? And I want to rap about it a little bit, give y'all my thoughts. I feel like, right, normally I wouldn't pay this no mind. Normally I wouldn't do it because I feel like when Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, mostly Terrence Crawford, right? But I feel like when Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford are about to have a fight, right? Not have a fight with one another, but when they're about to have a fight that's coming up with anybody else, mostly Terrence Crawford, right? I feel like this mostly when was good, DS. Appreciate you sliding through this. I guarantee y'all it's gonna be somebody that started random live because I came on and went live this morning. Watch. But anyway, I digress. DS, what's good, DS? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Glad you could make it, bro. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy. He'll keep the likes with the views. Greatly appreciate it. But Dallas News just put out the reports that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, per sources, are back negotiating. Right now, if this sounds familiar, right? If this sounds familiar, right, it's because it probably is. Dallas News. Dallas News put out a report. Dallas News put out a report. It said that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence are both negotiating, right? But they also feel like that the plan B for the Errol Spence situation is Keith Thurman on July 17th. Now, if you was here in my show last night, you know that I dropped this news last night. I got 10 people in the building. I got 8 likes. Can I get all 8 of y'all? Can I get everybody that didn't hit that thumbs up to hit that thumbs up for your boy? Right. It's been reported out of Dallas that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford are back in contract negotiations. And the same report coming out of Dallas also stated that a contingency plan, right, a backup plan, is going to be Errol Spence and Keith Thurman for June 17th, right? So we do have a date finally on the return of Errol Spence And the opponent that we were hearing was Keith Thurman, right? Keith Thurman looking to be Keith Thurman, but now you have this wedge. You have this this wedge, this hedge, right? This ace in the hole, right? This play in the field that Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence could be fighting again. And now normally I don't say much about it, right? But that's my job. That's what we do over here. I gotta say something about it. Chose to say something about it for a particular reason. You know what I mean? Because of the source that this news came from this time, in comparison to the sources that they were coming from last time, right? This time the sources came out of Dallas. This will be the time to get back on, the train. Oh, the fight happening. I will say that I'm a little. I will say that I'm a little intrigued, right? That these reports are coming out of Dallas this time, right, and not out of the Terrence Crawford camp. But I noticed something that they did say that the Keith Thurman plan is the backup plan for June 17th, right? So I also got to ask myself. Because I know most times, right, and I know this most times when people talk about Errol Bud, and I say this, right, I feel like at this time it's strictly promotion. It's strictly promotion from, the sanctioning bodies, the companies, the fighter, the platform, like whoever is, pushing this fight, right? Whoever is telling you, oh yeah, that it might happen. That is only simply a promotion thing at this point between these two. But but I will say, that this time I am a little more intrigued about it because it's coming out of the Dallas news, right, and not out of a Terrence Crawford account. But also, I did notice how they said that Keith Thurman was still a plan B. Right, as long as man, anybody talking about Earl is probably more than likely just promotions. But Crawford and Alexis Rocha. Now it ain't set in stone, but it did get called to purse bid a few weeks. It did get mandated, right? It did get called to happen a few weeks ago. And if they couldn't come up with an agreement, that fight will go to purse bid. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there has been a purse bid called for Crawford, meaning, right, that they probably was able to agree on the contract, meaning that Terrence Bud Crawford is probably going to fight Alexis Rocha next. Also mean that Earl Spence, right, probably won't be fighting Terrence Bud Crawford. It's looking like, right, what exactly has been it's looking like what exactly everybody thought was about to happen. It's about to happen, and what I've been saying is about to happen. It's about to happen, right? Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. The thought of that fight happening is more so just promotion. I feel like every time that these guys, are about to have a crowd most longest. Oh yeah, these two guys gonna fight. I think more so for and bring attention his fight to his sales, right? More so than Errol Spence. But the caveat here in this situation is this news coming out of the Dallas this time instead of coming from, you know what I mean, unknown source. But it's always negotiating, right? When they have fights coming up, I simply think that this is just another fight to all excited to get us all in for their next fights, right? To get us all in for their next fights because they're not going to fight each other, right? But as long as they could keep the thought, as long as they could keep the hope alive, right? That these two guys will mix it up. I think it works out. I think that works out better for and this is just my opinion, just something that I seen, could be wrong, right? But I think that Terrence is as big as he's ever been, right? With his name, being tagged to Errol Spence. If I'm Terrence Crawford, right? It would behoove me, right, to keep hope alive for these fights, because in the last couple of years, Terrence Crawford has become, a bigger name than he's been ever in boxing, right? Errol Spence saga started, he's become a bigger name than he's ever been in the sport of boxing. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You mean to tell me? If I'm Terrence Crawford, I could get all the juice from fighting Spence without actually, having the risk losing to him? But I feel like we lied to and told the truth at the same time, because they said Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford reportedly, back, negotiate. So, but it's looking like it's going to be Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence June 17th. So the good news is, right, we got probably in June 17th. The news is against Bud Crawford. The thing with this is, man, it's a pattern. I've seen the big pattern with this, right? The thing with this, the pattern. I'm noticing the pattern with this. Right? The pattern with this Earl and Bud now. And it's falling in line with the pattern that I know. So I've been saying it, right? And it's like they'll report these things, and I still halfway want to believe it. Just because I know I want to see the fight. I know it's a big deal, right? I feel like these guys have been going at it for a few years now. So this is a fight. That I want to see. But I feel like, man, when it comes to this, I know better. I know better. Can y'all hear me? I feel like when it comes to this, I know better, right? But I still let them suck me in, man. I still let them trick me. Let me take my camera back down. I don't know what's with this shit. I still let them suck me in. I still let them trick me, right? Because here I am up talking about it, right? But really more so, I'm talking about it because, like I said yesterday, during my stream, I feel like at least this time, I feel like they really told us what was up. They really told us that it is going to be an end goal, you know what I mean, to what's going on. And the end goal is probably going to be Errol Spence, you know what I mean, June 17th versus Keith Thurman. But I ain't going to keep y'all in this thing too long. I just want to holler at y'all real quick. Skin always saying, this ain't the past, this ain't the future, but just the present. Let's have it rock. And I'm